Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It is Thursday, the 9th of January, 2025. Let's talk about dominance, recessive genes. Now, during the mobile case, I told you about telegony, how a child can actually look like a person, okay, and they're not the father because that person has had sex with many men. So the child may look like the person it's not supposed to look like. Telegony is not proven 100%, but we have seen it where children were given birth to and the children look like the male sex partners of the woman. Now, a recessive gene is different. This one is called dominance. These genes appear to be very complicated, and I'm not a genealogist, I'm a pharmacist, and the most I know about genes, dominance, inheritance, all these different things, is that when you look at some people, they don't look like their mom or dad. They end up looking like somebody else in their family. I'm a good example. My son, my autistic son, looks exactly like my brother. If you did not know, you'll think he was his father. But my brother passed away in 2021. My brother was 51 when he passed away. Okay, he was born in 1970, and I was born in 1964. So at the end of the day, okay, we have that recessive gene in my family that some people in the family don't look like their actual parents, they look like others. So you can read it up in Google, okay? It's a section of genetic information that's unlikely to be expressed in an individual unless two copies of that gene are present. And examples are this Adeleke girl. I've spoken about that all week since she came up again in the news. I know Adeleke, if you look at her smile there, in that green picture of her 10th birthday in 2023, and look at Dr. Deja Adeleke's smile. It's the same exact smile. And that's also Haley's smile. You see it? And these kids came from Davido, even though Davido has not formally accepted this one. You know what I mean? Now, the recessive gene this girl carries is causing a lot of problems now because she simply looks like everybody in that family. Now, look at Davido's uncle, Demola Adeleke, who is the father's brother. He likes to wear glasses. I mean, Anutu is wearing the glasses there on her. This is her 11th, birthday photo shoot. This one was 2024, the yellow outfit. Now, just look at her with and without that glasses. Do you see something? Everybody's seen different people. Now, this is the year that Davido impregnated Anu's mom. That's Anu's mom, a little bit younger. This is 2018 when I met her. Okay, the picture above is 2013 when Davido became an artist. B Red, Davido and Sheena, his cousins, they were all gallivanting and reckless and hanging out with girls and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you notice how B Red looks, Anu looks like B Red up there. Anu also looks like Davido, but a lighter version. She looks like almost all of them, but the likeness came from two particular genes. Okay, the recessive genes that's coming from Davido's mother's light. Ayo is light, and Ayo's mother's also light. So this is another area you got to look at because Mrs. Esther Adeleke, who is Davido's grandmother, she was also a little bit light, and she gave the boys, Demola, the likeness. You know what I mean? So recessive genes are very interesting. Then you go here and you see Shade Adeleke with her elbow and her cheek. And Shade Adeleke also has some traits with Anu. If I see these three in one nice Ankara Ashrebi and they all dress alike together, they're just going to look like the same. And that's Nico's living that you guys have been talking about a lot. Oh, it looks like Nico's living, And then I just see Dr. Adeleke's smile there. So I carried the recessive gene in that family. And honest to God, when we're gone, I want to say this. Like, I'm 60 years old now. I want to die when I'm 100. When I'm gone, okay, Anu will be probably a mother, married, have kids, and all that. Only God knows what those children are going to look like. They're going to carry this gene towards the next century. We wouldn't be here. This is why we have to acknowledge ourselves in this kind of stories. And finally, not finally, second, Drake. I got to meet Drake in Canada. I got to work with Drake. I got to cover Drake. I mentored him. I helped him promote his music in the beginning. So I knew Drake in Canada. Drake got a stripper pregnant, okay, while he was, on the road. And Sophie Brousseau was a stripper. And she didn't marry Drake or anything, but look at her hair. She has brown hair. Drake is half caste, black father, white mother. Drake has mostly black features, black hair, black beard, typical half caste. This child that came out of Drake and Sophie shocked everybody. That they would say, "Oh, let's do DNA test, let's do DNA," because Drake never really wanted to acknowledge the fact that he was a father. He did not deny this child, but Drake did not want people knowing that he was a father until Pusha T actually outed him. Rapper Pusha T outed him, and he was not happy. He was pissed off. And he did talk about when the baby first came, he had to do DNA tests and all that. When I first saw this baby to my eyes, when I say to my eyes, I don't mean I saw them in person. I left Canada a long time ago. I mean, like on the social media, I was like, oh my God, this baby looks like Miss Sandy. Sandy Graham is Drake's mom, and she was my friend. Look at that. That's all I saw. Like, KJ, come and look at this baby. Adonis, Drake's baby, looks just like Miss Sandy. Adonis carries a recessive gene, and the first thing he took was the mother's hair and the hair color. Sandy Graham's hair is actually curly and is golden. This child just looks like her. This is what they look like in Christmas of 2023, not last year, 2023. Sandy Graham straightened her hair. Her hair is not straight. Her hair is actually curly, like I showed you. But look at Adonis' face. Adonis' expression is, Drake just took, this child just took the mother's look. Don't look like Drake. Don't look like the mother. You know? There's Sandy Graham eating dinner with my son, Rich KJT. KJ is 24 years old now, going on 25. We had fun with Drake and his mom. The Grahams were our family friends. And this is a very interesting one. I now want you to look at this very carefully. This is Prince Harry, royal family, British royal family, and Meghan Markle. Everybody knows Harry and Meghan. Do you remember when Meghan first came to the royal family and her family was to be introduced to the royals and they were to meet the queen, and the father was very ill, couldn't come, but the mother arrived? That arrival picture on the bottom, look at Doris Ragland over there, Meghan's mother. Doris Ragland is a black woman. Okay, her husband is white. Meghan did not come out as, I've seen many of these kinds in Nigeria. The Kokas are like that. All the Kokas are, Tunde Koka and, Tayo Koka, they're all half caste, except Tolu. Tolu Koka is straight out Oyinbo. So we grew up together. That's how she has been. But some of the genes in there, Meghan came out straight up Oyinbo, and her mother is black. I don't know the genealogy of Doris Ragland. She might also be mixed with somebody else. She might be half caste, but she's considered black. Her husband was straight up white, and Meghan came out white. Now, Meghan and Harry. Harry was the one that caused all the controversy in the royal family with the red head. They were like, he doesn't look like Diana, he doesn't look like Prince Charles. It could be from I think there was somebody, maybe it was not a butler, it was maybe Diana's secretary or someone that had the red hair. Then decided, you can Google it, decided to say maybe she had an affair. All the tabloids made some nonsense out of it. DNA proved everything wrong. Diana is the mother, Prince Charles is the father. With royal families, these guys even have more going on. But look at Lilibeth Diana. Look at her new picture as of yesterday, January 8th. Look at how she looks like Doris Ragland. Recessive gene. Yep.